Hey guys, my name is Vivek Kaushik and I am a founder of Clay Lab Education Foundation. And you are listening to me at this amazing podcast, Taking It Slow, with Duju and Vishu. These are like amazing guys. They are doing an amazing job. And I myself checked out a lot of podcasts and it was like another binge watching for me, I would say. So I request you all to listen to them, tune into their YouTube channel, subscribe it, like it, whatever you guys can do on an online platform.
It's another Sunday. You know what that means. It's time to take it slow. और विशु क्या हालचाल?
बढ़िया है। मुझे थोड़ा बड़ा बड़ा सा लग रहा है। हम लोगों के पॉडकास्ट को 1 साल हो गया है अभी 1-2 हफ्ते पहले। एंड अभी जब लॉकडाउन हुआ था, वी स्टार्टेड इट ड्यूरिंग द लॉकडाउन एंड आई एम श्योर मेनी people took the lockdown, the pandemic as an opportunity and they must have started something new during this lockdown.
तो काफी सारे एपिसोड्स हम लोगों ने किए हैं एंड कुछ एपिसोड्स करके हम लोगों को वी आर इन ऑ ऑफ द पर्सन दैट वी स्पोक टू। कुछ एपिसोड्स करके हम लोग काफ़ी इंस्पायर्ड फील करते हैं। कुछ एपिसोड्स करके हमें लगता है कि हमने ये क्यों किया, ये क्या किया, हमको इसको रिलीज भी करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए। आज का एपिसोड करके मुझे ऐसे फील गुड वाइब्स आई ना कि इतना अच्छा लगा मुझे आज के एपिसोड करके कि अभी भी लोग हैं जो सोसाइटी में रह के सोसाइटी की इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, अपना सेल्फिश रीजन हटा के साइड से।
आज का रिकॉर्ड करके यार मेरे को अपने पॉडकास्ट के लिए भी अच्छा लगा दैट इट इज बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर समथिंग गुड, दैट दिस कैन बी यूज्ड एज अ मीडियम टू स्प्रेड द स्टोरीज ऑफ सच पीपल।
Needless to say, we are talking about someone who is on a very inspirational journey and he needs all our support, he needs all your support, and we are leaving in the description a link through which you can support him by whichever means you can. And if you wish to reach out to that person or support that initiative, the link is going to be in the description. So without any further ado, let's dive right in, people.
जब कोविड हुआ था, all of us dealt with the pandemic in our own ways, and जो भी अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे हैं, it has been a success. कोई भी एक way has not been better than the other. We are here, but some people they pivoted during this time, and उन्होंने they didn't just help themselves, they helped others too. We have Vivek Kaushik with us today. He's the founder of Clay Lab Education Foundation, which is an amazing initiative that he started during the lockdown. He started with an idea. He worked on it, made it into a startup.
Yeah, without any further ado.
Yeah.
Hey Vivek, how are you, man?
Hey, hi guys. Hi Duju. Hi Vishu.
Hi Vivek.
I'm doing good, guys. How are you doing?
All good यार. So far so good. So जैसे विष्णु ने बोला था कि अगर अब तक यहाँ पे हैं, बातचीत कर रहे हैं, then we are doing well for us.
बहुत सही कर रहे हैं.
Vivek, we wanted to know a lot more about the initiatives that you've taken. क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, what triggered it, what is it? So I'm sure a number of people listening to this have zero idea about what Clay Lab is. So what better than to hear it from the horse's mouth? आप बताओ क्या है Clay Lab and tell us more about it.
So guys, rather than just starting with Clay Lab, थोड़ा सा like मैं अपना background भी दे देता हूँ. So I think that would be helpful to understand the context. So very regular story, 12th के बाद engineering and after that engineering job and realized oh no, wrong place.
ये तो नहीं करना है.
ये तो नहीं करना है. Then another experiment, banking, and then again realized oh no, this is also not the place. and then realized कि oh finally okay, let's give it a try to some social sector. And without any experience you cannot go to social sector like by after learning engineering and all other things. So I thought that let's join Teach for India basically. So I joined Teach for India in 2018 and I was teaching in a government school in Mumbai for 2 years, grade 9 and 10. And while teaching these grade 9 and 10 students, I realized कि यार education में सच में पैसा is a very big thing. Because like right after grade 10, if all of us can also recall, there were so many people to tell us, at least even if they just told us that okay engineering karo, at least they were telling us ki engineering karo. Right? Yes. But in their lives, in the lives of these students which were there, who were there in the government schools, their parents were just telling them कि 18 के होने वाले हो, job करो, something like that. and that was very disheartening, and that is when I understood that inke liye to like we need to do something. And 2019 end mein planning start ho gaya, and I'll tell you guys honestly, 2020 March 17th या 18th के आसपास we had actually booked a place to start a physical center. I had scheduled a call कि tomorrow I will go to the registry office of that registrar or that place where I need to sign that document, and I need to I was supposed to give the advance deposit for that place. And guess what, रात को announcement हो गया कि country is lockdown.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, and for 2 days I was like कि oh no, मतलब like I left all my jobs, and then for 2 years I tried to understand how to start an NGO, and now what?
So
Right?
let me butt in there. So initially the plan was to start up a physical center for
Yes.
for which people, for what grades, what were the details of the center that you planned?
So I was supporting grade 9 and 10 students, so I wanted to continue to support them post grade 10. So I wanted to support them for grade 11 and 12. And it was not a regular support system. It was not like okay chalo, let me teach you guys for JEE exam, NEET exam,
PCM.
or yeah. But it was like, guys, whatever you want to become, we will help you, we will connect you guys with the people like दुजू और विशु जिन्होंने रियलाइज किया कि ओके गलत जगह थे और ये
इंजीनियरिंग नहीं करना. Good of you to assume that we both have realized this.
Just an assumption only, I may be wrong.
नहीं, विशु इंजीनियरिंग के बाद अगर जॉब करके छोड़ के MBA करके उसके बाद हम ये भी कर रहे हैं ना, तो इंजीनियरिंग तो नहीं करना था.
Yeah, and that is what I'm telling those people also कि 25 पे realize करने की जगह 15 पे realize करो. And that is where we wanted to help them. And then we thought that we'll have a physical center, like a community center, and they will come to that. We thought a very unique name, Gurukul. It was not that unique, but like I wanted to have that guru wala feeling. So
इसमें vocational training वगैरह भी सोचा था आपने ये सब?
Not vocational, all like very professional things only, like the modern things which we all aspire to do, but like to help them understand what can they do to reach there in grade 11 and 12. What kind of graduation options can they go for? Because otherwise these students only knew that after 12th there is 13th, 14th, 15th. They knew only these things. So they didn't know what is a graduation, what is a degree, what is a diploma. They just knew that this will continue to happen. At some point, we have to decide that we have to work. So that was the thing. So we thought that maybe we'll start this physical center to support these students. But then this Modi ji announced the lockdown, and life came to a standstill.
Before we start, I want to address one more question. What is the profile of these students that you were planning to teach, or what was the profile of the students who you had been teaching for the last 2 years? कैसे लोग थे? कहाँ पे किस तरह के बच्चे थे?
Yeah, all of them are from government schools only. So government schools in Mumbai, municipality schools basically, and their parents are like working here or there. Someone as a painter, someone as a maybe sometimes a delivery person also. But their parents are those delivery guys who had bicycle only with them. Like there are delivery guys also who have like bike good bike also with them. But these the parents of these children, they had like bicycle only, and like riding 50, 60 kilometers, 100 kilometers bicycle every day, morning to evening, to deliver the things. So all of them were, and most of them were migrants from UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and they had
slums.
Yes, and yes, they used to live in slums in Mumbai. And like even in slums also, you know what, like just sharing this one extra thing, there were slums inside the slums also. So like there were areas which slum people used to call slums. So when I saw Gully Boy movie, I realized, अरे ये तो मैं हर रोज आता हूँ यहाँ पे. Otherwise, I would not have been able to relate the kind of communities and room के ऊपर एक हल्का सा छोटा सा कुछ डाला और another room just out of blue, like something like this. Coming back to this March 2020, and we thought that okay, now physical center is not possible. So what can we do? First of all, our priority was to support the parents with the ration and all. Like at least they get basic necessities met, something like that. But you know, guys, what within 15-20 days, when we used to like initially when we called, the parents were like, yes, please, we need help, and if you guys can provide food or some money or something like this, that would be helpful. Within 15-20 days, the demands changed. So these parents started asking for smartphones and data recharges, because they realized that other things we can arrange somehow, but education can be arranged only on a smartphone now. And then they were like just trying to arrange a smartphone and trying to get a data pack so that someone can teach their children.
But that's very cool, यार. उनकी priority list में अभी भी बच्चों का education is pretty high. That's very cool to hear.
Yes, that has always been a motivation for me. Like I used to think, like even like as a child when I was growing up, I also used to like, these parents just want their care for their own dreams. They don't care for my dreams or something like this. But that is not true actually.
ऐसा सोसाइटी भी हम लोग ऐसे ही लगता है, मतलब वो गरीब पेरेंट्स होंगे तो बस वो यही चाहते हैं कि बच्चे काम करें और पैसा लाएं घर में.
हाँ. नहीं, but majority of them, yeah, majority of them did want to solve this problem. And so then we realized that, okay, can we continue our sessions or classes or whatever we wanted to give on smartphones? Let's arrange these smartphones and let's start our classes online. That was the point, that was the shift. And at that time, Baiju, Unacademy and Vedantu were also like on a full marketing spree. And so everywhere these students, these parents also could hear, and they started calling us that, should we join these classes? And I was like, where will you get the money from? And they were like, loan le lenge.
EMI
and they were like, guys, please 50,000-60,000 loan loge और आप लोग pay back. And because these people don't take insurance loan from regular financial mediums.
ये market से उठाते हैं rate पे.
हाँ. Like I have seen spend like these parents returning like double the amount, triple the amount within 2-3 years, something like that. So we thought that we told them that don't go for any tuitions and all. The plans which we were creating for these students, we will try to implement it online and let us give it a try. And then this whole thing started. So we started with our classes on 27th of April, online classes. And we started with 7 students initially. And
उन सबके स्मार्टफोन्स आप लोगों ने ये अरेंज करवाए थे या फिर they already had it?
For some of them, so for 3-4 of them we had arranged, like we had started working in that direction. Yeah, initially those 7 students
out of your own pocket expenses, या फिर did you get some funding के लोगों को चाहिए?
Of course there were friends also who were like helping regularly. There were a lot of friends, and I would tell you honestly, at that time it was like I could see that power of community. You know, everyone was ready to help. कि ठीक है, let's ensure at least basic things for everyone. But now basic things is one more thing in it. That was smartphone and internet.
Yep.
Yes,
विवेक, अपनी कुछ सेविंग्स थी जब आपने शुरू किया? उससे पहले कुछ सेविंग्स वगैरह रखे थे कि we'll put this much fund into when we start?
Very private question, and right now I'm at place, so I would not like to share.
I just wanted to understand from the perspective कि how much pressure were you under as far as your own well-being was concerned? कि मतलब
मतलब दूसरों को हेल्प करने से पहले खुद की हेल्प
खुद का है कि नहीं है?
Exactly.
That's the point I was coming from.
Yeah. So, like when I had left my job and while working for Teach for India used to give us a stipend, but that was like less than 25% of my salary before that. But still, it was like I don't need to use my savings. My savings was intact as such during those 2 years. But after those 2 years, the plan was ki like we'll find some good sponsors and we'll start this physical center. I will also have some income for myself and I'll start. But then all those plans were like just vanished. And then I recalculated actually, and I thought that okay, for 12 months I can survive on my savings, but after that I need to find someone who can help me with this thing. So I talked to one of my childhood friend also actually. He has been my friend since 2003, because recently we calculated this, that our friendship has become adult now. Yeah. So he immediately offered his help, and he said that तेरे 1 और साल का खर्चा मैं संभाल लूंगा. You just go ahead.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah. So in April 27, we started with 7 students, and that time also it was just a kind of a support system for these students. It was not like we'll start a company or something like this out of it. We started with these 7 students, and these 7 students immediately liked the idea, and we were like spending every day 3-4 hours helping them to understand whatever they wanted to understand. It was not like regular, very defined sessions, but it was like, because they were also sitting at home, they were also not supposed to step out. So nothing was there. They had not enrolled themselves for grade 11, but they were sitting idle at home. And so either they could study or they would just start fighting with their siblings or with their parents. So the better option was like keep them busy with the studies or some kind of education, some kind of education,
Yeah.
right? But they actually like these students really liked the idea, and they started promoting this idea within their communities. And
Nice.
guess what? Within
Great.
1 month, we had 200 students.
Oh
Within
wow,
1 month,
nice.
yeah. So within 1 month,
That's the growth a marketing person would like to see.
so I proudly share one more number also, that within 6 months that number jumped from 7 to 700. So by October, November, we had like
Okay.
700 students. We had like 8
Wow.
regular teachers whom we were paying also, and then we had registered also. So I'll come to those parts later. But these students became like the kind of brand ambassadors for us. They started telling ki these people are like teaching, and whatever you want to learn, they are ready to teach. So it's not like, and yeah.
How many teachers were there? Like when you started? On
Initially, it
April
was just 2 of us. And like we didn't have funds like as such to give it to the teachers, right? So for first month, when 200 students came, and guess what? Now, if you want to like give students whatever they want, so it cannot be just 2-3 sessions.
200 लोगों के at least 50 choices होंगे, हाँ.
Exactly. And then the situation became like this, that every day I was like taking 7-8 sessions with them back to back. Like 10 o'clock start the sessions, and then 5-6 back-to-back sessions. And after 5-6, then you are planning for next sessions for the next day. Like whatever PPTs you will use. And these students would start coming up with their demands like, Bhaiya, White Hat Junior is teaching coding. Can you teach us coding? And I'm like, software has Scratch available from MIT for free. That is the only similar software they are also using. So I can teach you guys that. And after 15 days, अच्छा यही coding सिखाते हो लोग. I'm like, yeah, this is the basic.
तो आपको और सिखाओ.
हाँ. Then उसके बाद we want to learn dance. And I'm like,
nice.
ठीक है, good aspirations, but like physical spaces में constraints. Then I found some volunteers who were ready to teach dance. Volunteers who were ready to teach painting also. Then there were some volunteers who started teaching them these aptitude, critical thinking, case studies, सब कुछ like MBA वाला सब आ गया grade 11. उसके बाद like we started classes, and when like we hit the 200 marks, so we realized that yes, this is something meaningful. This is helping the students. We talked to the parents, and parents also said कि हम लोगों ने तो like 50,000-60,000 we had kept apart for our savings, ki we will pay for tuitions, but now that is being used for our basic necessities, and we have to give rent also, and every month, and we are not being able to step out, and these people were not working somewhere where the salary would keep on coming, right? It was like a
daily wages hote hain.
Yes. So their savings also vanished away, and soon these parents actually helped us to calculate one thing, like these people were getting almost like 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh as an annual income, right? And out of 50,000-60,000, that means 40 to 50% they are spending on education of one child if they want good quality education. And what about the second child and third child also, because they have 2-3 children also sometimes. And if it is like girls, then 4 tak bhi ja sakta hai number, unfortunately. So mostly what pattern we had seen, boys would go to an English medium school, girls, all of them would go to a Hindi medium or Marathi medium school in Mumbai. Something like this. These parents will plan like this. And now immediately they were like, okay, we don't need to spend this 30,000-40,000. So it's like we were helping them saving 30-40% of their annual income immediately within just by this intervention.
So you were not charging anything to these students?
No, it was completely free. And I'll come back to this part also later, like how making things free also doesn't work.
Definitely.
So we started, and then we realized that let's make it a concrete structure. And then I talked to one of my friend who was on a sabbatical from TCS and who was with me in Teach for India also, and she also told
that नाम ले सकते हो, मतलब अगर वो podcast सुनेगा तो उसको भी अच्छा लगेगा.
Brotati Mishra. So she was working with TCS at that time, and I reached out to her that if you can also quit your job and join me, and she was like, dude, personal problems है, अभी नहीं कर सकती, because lockdown की वजह से सब में उनके family में भी काफी हाँ, right. So everyone was scared at that time. Everyone was trying to save as much money as possible, right, and wanted stability, some kind of stability at least, right. So she told me that will take some time, but you started, I will soon join you. And she did join me in November. she gave up her like 12 years of TCS career, and now she's also working with me. Now she's like a permanent employee, and she's looking after the growth and strategy part. In May, after she assured me that yes, I will also soon come and join you, don't worry, but you definitely start it. It is something which will help the students. So we finally filed our papers for a Section 8 company, which is a not-for-profit company actually. So it is a company only. The only thing is you cannot take away the profit. So basically you cannot expect big investors also then. So that was also a thing. But we started it finally, and 20th July we got like all the registration process done, and then 20th July. So recently we celebrated our first legal birthday also.
Nice.
Yeah. So after that, so basically things started moving. We hired teachers. We found some donors who were ready to help us. And so till December, things were going as such. We had onboarded some 6 to 7 teachers, and we started.
So when you started thinking about finding new teachers, you would know कि अब आपको इनका payment भी देना होगा, and you would need to find donors. So did you find donors via your friends only, या फिर did you take some other channel, and how did you balance it? Like first you hired teachers, then you found donors, or first you found donors and then you thought that yes, we can hire teachers now?
Guys, honestly, I'll tell you, till now it is like this. Get the people and then think about their money.
देखा जाएगा जो होगा.
Even till this day, I am.
Okay, you can take an engineer out of engineering, but you cannot take the engineering out of an engineer.
so exactly, guys. Yesterday I was watching this video of, like, if you guys might have seen it, like there is a TED talk on like the ultimate procrastinator. So how do these people work? Last day, okay, it's 30th. Let's arrange the salary. So something like this. So till now it is going like neck to neck every month. Like I have to arrange salary. And for first 10 days, I have 10 days. Next 20 days, I have 10 days. Okay, 5 days left. Okay, 4 days left.
भाई कल salary दे रही है.
Exactly.
But so you are doing something right. अगर अब तक चल ही रहा है तो you are doing something right.
Yes. So friends also knew na ki he is also going to do such things. So even my brother also. So he also told me, the day you feel like you don't have a single penny to give to your staff members, just let me know. I will at least take care for 1 month. But so people were there to support me. It was not like people were not there. I would definitely say I was very fortunate that friends, family, like everyone was there. But donations are not enough, guys. This is what I have realized. Donations are not enough. Okay. So what we realized and what we figured out actually during December, by the way, by November, we had almost hit the mark of 700 students. So 7 to 700 was almost over. But then we also started realizing another thing. Attendance was going down day by day, right? Because students were like, right? We all have studied these things. So for how long will we continue to study, right? One day we'll be like, kitna padenge?
When you have an option to quit, like you can just not switch on your phone and that's it.
Exactly. You know, I have seen such cases, like when I am asking that student during the class, hey, can you tell me the answer? And after 20 minutes answer is coming, sorry भैया, my internet was not working. And थोड़ी देर में मैंने अपना इंस्टा पेज खोला, वहां पे उसके फोटोज चल रहे हैं.
यार हम लोग ही अब तक मीटिंग से करते हैं यार, वो तो बच्चे हैं. हो रहा है यार, ये तो Zoom calls में हो रहा है.
Exactly. So all these things were going on, and a new thing came up. So some of the students, while interaction, they told me that we have actually joined another class, and I asked, first though, how are you going to physical classes? And they told me now, dheere, like by October, November, like within communities, not like outside, which are like very open areas, but within the slum areas, you can, like, police also don't go inside every day to check, right? Who will go and every day check here? Or within the houses itself, these coaching classes started. And second thing, the parents said, their parents told, okay, they are teaching for free. We have some 10-15,000. Let's pay it somewhere else. And you take second coaching also. Now, parents were thinking that we would be able to help the students, but what is happening to students now? कि 3 घंटे वहां पे पढ़े, 3 hours there, and then by that time schools have also started. Who will study for so much time? So they stopped studying at all.
यार कि जो फ्री में मिल रहा है उसको छोड़ो, जहाँ पे पैसा दिया है वो करना है.
हाँ, and then parents were also concerned about that thing only कि like वहाँ पे तो I have paid money, so you have to be regular there.
Yes.
वहाँ पे तो we will ask them, they will take another revision class for you. So we realized, we talked to students actually. So हमने ना सबका survey करना start किया and we talked to the students, and students only told us that भैया you should charge at least 500 or 1000 rupees. Then students will be more serious. And I asked them, will 500 or 1000 be affordable for you guys? And they told me that in 10th class itself, we have already spent 20,000-30,000 on our tuitions, and we even didn't go on those tuitions. So our parents know that coaching world exists, and these students will need coaching. So they have made some arrangements, but when you are giving it for free, they will use that money
value
somewhere
nahi
else. So at least you take that some money and try to give us that quality support. And that is what from January we tweaked our model, and we decided that per month you give us 500 rupees as your accountability fee. Even now, although even we are not following up, many students don't give up on every month, but most of them, like I'm not saying majority of them, but majority of them are paying regularly by themselves. But so that helped us to bring sustainability angle a little bit,
and that helped now, them also, right, to be regular. I think a win-win situation.
Exactly. And even parents also started asking us now that hey, you guys are asking for 500 rupees, what all things
what
you are doing
teaching?
Abhi tak to free ka chal raha tha sab kuch.
तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता था.
Even parents used to ask me, आप real classes कब start करोगे? And I'm like, real मतलब बोले जब पैसे लेते हैं. I'm like, ठीक है, जनवरी से ये लो real classes.
Real classes देंगे हम तुमको. You should ask them again, like अब जैसे 6-7 महीने हो गए कि तुम्हें थोड़ा और real classes चाहिए तो बता दो.
We would also have
1500 भी हो सकता है, हाँ तुम चाहो तो
एकदम real देंगे. हाँ.
But then we did those calculations also. How much revenue do we need? What is our per child cost and all these things? And we realized that our per child cost is 7,000 for the year. So we could give them that kind of education what we were offering within 7,000 itself, which was like 500 if they are giving, so 6,000. So they are only helping us to generate at least 90% of our revenue or something like this, right? So and rest, it is easy to arrange from the donations. So this thing helped us a lot from January. Before January, Cleylab was going into a debt trap, I would say. And then
which is the mantra for success in today's startups. You have to start with a debt trap. उसके बाद ही आप famous हो गए.
So अभी Vivek, अभी how many students do we have at Cleylab?
Yeah. So by March, when we ended our first academic year, we had supported 1,000 students from thank you guys from Mumbai and Pune, and then we entered into partnership with other NGOs also. So Teach for India, Akanksha School. So these are the NGOs who support students till grade 10. Like I was also supporting students till grade 10. And they also wanted to support their students post grade 10 also. But there was no like solution for them. And they saw a natural a solution for their problem. Like as soon as they saw our model, and immediately we partnered up. So as soon as students finish their grade 10 through Teach for India schools or Akanksha schools, they come on board with us. And some of the institutes like Akanksha schools, they agreed to even pay 500 rupees also for their students. So they didn't want to put that burden also on the students. Similarly, many other NGOs also started coming on board. And so last year we had like 100 students in grade 12 because our focus was on grade 11 because I was teaching those grade 10 students who had come to grade 11. So most of the structure. But this year, all those 100 students came to grade 12 with us. Even when now they had to pay also. So almost all of them paid also this 500 rupees happily. And 200 more students joined for grade 12. So now for grade 12 itself, like almost 200, 300 students we are supporting. And now in grade 11, recently, like these grade 10 results have started coming out. So we will be starting our grade 11 structures also from next month. So we are expecting that this month, by the end of the year, we will be supporting some 2,000 students. And let's see if we can show an exponential curve, like another engineer's dream.
Fingers
एक
crossed,
ही तो
man.
कर्व मालूम है, exponential curve.
Exponential curve. More
सही है
power
भाई।
to you. More power to you, man. Vivek, we've
Thank you.
spoken at length about ClayLab. So I wanted to speak a little about you as well as a person. So you've been through 2 corporate jobs. It is clearly not easy to let go of the steady inflow of income. Okay, you have
Now I
responsibilities. Yeah. You have responsibilities at home. Parental pressure भी काफी रहता है. And हम जिस तरह की सोसाइटी में हैं, taking such leaps of faith is not really encouraged by our surroundings. How difficult was it for you to take a stand कि नहीं, मुझे अभी नहीं करना corporate job. I'm enjoying doing this. चाहे मैं 25% कमाऊंगा जितना मैं पहले कमा रहा था उससे, 25% काफी steep jump होता है, but मैं उसमें खुश हूँ, लेकिन मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ. How difficult
अपने
was it for
पापा
you
को
to take a
ऐसे
stand?
माधवन की तरह जाके बोला था क्या, मैं थोड़े पैसे कम कमाऊंगा पापा, लेकिन मैं खुश रहूंगा।
खुश रहूंगा.
Exactly. you know when I realized this thing कि oh, my parents were also not that wrong actually. जब COVID आया first wave, and I was like, what if I catch COVID? Who will pay for my treatment? Corporate में होता था, insurance था, they would have paid. Right? And when corporate started arranging these vaccines also for their employees, and I was like, no one will arrange a vaccine for me. I have to arrange it for myself. And guess what? I reached out an insurance company, and they actually said we don't give insurance to NGOs because you guys work in a risky environment.
Fuck,
and
man.
you guys don't have a stable income. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
insurance company for you. That's insurance companies for you.
So then I started realizing, things are really difficult here. It was not that easy ki, I will just execute my ideas, my friends will help me and donations will pour in and someday we will have a good NGO. So it was not that easy. I can't tell that this was the just one reason which helped me to do this thing or to make this switch, or this was the one a situation which forced me to do this. It was like, I would say, a series of things which have happening in my life since my childhood. I would say that I don't know, like since childhood, this my father had this habit of showing his wallet to us and showing us this photo of Subhash Chandra Bose or Bhagat Singh, and like, see, I am also a very patriotic person, and I'm like, ठीक है, fine, okay, but we'll see, बड़े होके. फिर my first movie in theater, Border. Right? So ठीक है, but वहां तक भी ज्यादा कुछ नहीं पता था what is patriotism and all, because who teaches that in school? School में तो like marks low, board exams आ रहे हैं, all these things. Went to engineering. Even engineering also, I thought that maybe let's try some co-curricular activities, and joined a street play team. And their first play itself is based on Rang De Basanti and like patriotism and all. After that, joined Tata Power, and first day orientation में story of Tata family, Jamshedji, importance of India,
कैसे देश को इन्होंने बदला,
Tata नमक,
देश का नमक.
Exactly, and I'm like, guys, सब बोल रहे हो देश, मुझे भी जाके check करना पड़ेगा, what is this? But when this thing started happening, like, okay, you are not happy in first job, okay, you are not happy in second job, you are not happy with money, you are not happy in like every day going out for parties and all, then where is your happiness? And then I'm like, okay, I have been trained in some other way since childhood, I didn't know this. And I think I may be happy there. And the day I joined Teach for India, and they sent me a t-shirt, and you know what, this Teach for India t-shirt at that time used to have a map of India on the back of it. And I was just wearing it and smiling it. And my brother was like, तेरा यही सपना था.
इंडिया अपने पापा को नहीं दिखा रहे थे, पापा मेरे टी-शर्ट पे ही है अभी.
हाँ, मेरे टी-शर्ट पे इंडिया आ गया. But I think that was like kind of the people I had around me, the kind of the culture and all these things which made me the kind of person I am, that okay, I might be happy with like when I'll be doing this revolutionary things or something like this. So you know what, at one point of time when I did that Rang De Basanti play, I was like, and again you guys will compare it with that engineer's mindset कि okay, Bhagat Singh 23 में died also, after doing something for
अब
the
मैं क्या
20
कर रहा हूँ अभी?
मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? So 23 तक कुछ तो करूंगा. Then came 25. I was like 25 हो गया, कुछ तो करना है. Now I have changed my dates. Now I'm like 1947 में भी हम इंडिपेंडेंट हुए, 2047 तक तो कुछ करना है.
कुछ हो रहेगा. नहीं, but jokes aside, ये मतलब बहुत ही it's a very huge step, like from your mindset point of view also, to take yourself out of the comparisons, क्योंकि जो सारे comparisons होते रहते हैं ना, even in your own mindset, from the family, from your friends, कि देख वो तो इतना कमा रहा है, वो तो इतना कमा रहा है, क्योंकि everything in our life has been decided by a parameter which is very tangible, कि पैसा कितना कमा रहे हो तुम. अगर उस फैक्टर में तुम नहीं हो किसी से आगे, तो you are nothing, मतलब बाकी चीजों को बिल्कुल इग्नोर ही कर दिया जाता है. एंड टू टेक योरसेल्फ आउट फ्रॉम ऑल दैट एंड से कि नहीं, मेरे को ये नहीं करना है, जिसमें मैं खुश हूं वो करना है, दैट्स अ वेरी ह्यूज स्टेप यार.
Right. So in my family, how this transition happened till grade 10. Okay, Vivek will do something great. Everyone copy Vivek. Great. Vivek is doing good. Everyone copy Vivek. Vivek went to engineering. Everyone copy Vivek. Then Vivek got 2 campus placements. Everyone copy Vivek. And then Vivek is leaving job. Guys, let us think. Vivek left second job.
विशाल की तरह क्यों नहीं है?
Exactly. And then one day Vishal got married and Vivek is still exploring the life. And everyone, don't follow Vivek. See, look at Vishal. Family mein this transition happened, but I think one comfort was that I was not supposed to take care of my family as such. That was a very big comfort, that whatever happens, my father is a regular salaried person. He will get his pension also. And my brother is also earning very decently. And so, matlab, like, I didn't have any burden on my head as such.
Responsibility वैसा नहीं था.
Right. So I was like, ठीक है, maximum क्या होगा? Maximum you will get back to the regular corporate world. Maximum you will be like getting 60-70 minimum, because after experience, this much you will definitely get. Right. And so my worst is still much better than the 95% of Indian population. So why can't I take that risk once, right? So that was the comfort with which I, like, that was the thing which gave me a lot of comfort, and I took that step.
Nice. Vivek, I also wanted to know more about the name Clay Labs. Matlab, I understand what it signifies and where it comes from. How did you arrive at that? So I want to hear the journey behind arriving at the name Clay Labs.
और क्या name suggest हुए थे?
Beautiful name. I mean, I loved the name.
So guys, education is not supposed to be a burden on a child. Education is supposed to be a fun activity for a student. It
That's
should
a
be
surprise
like
for all of us.
like Amir Khan has also used these dialogues in many of his films कि आज हमने कुछ नया सीखा क्या? मतलब they should be happy coming to the college or school or something like this, right? They should be like another day at school, another day.
I relate to that a lot. So अभी अब हम लोग आजकल क्या करते हैं? अभी हम अगर किसी टॉपिक में इंटरेस्टेड होते हैं, हम उसके YouTube वीडियोस देखते हैं जाके. We try to learn more about it. We listen to podcasts about a topic that we're interested in. That is what education is supposed to do, right? You're supposed to tell you more about what you are interested in.
Exactly. So in these 2 years, I realized that 1, education should not be a burden. 2, it should actually put values in focus. मतलब तुम बड़े हो गए और तुम्हें करप्शन ही करना है, या फिर you have become a responsible citizen, you will abuse government, you will put so many articles on YouTube, but you are still throwing garbage outside and you are still jumping red lights and all these things, then what is the point in that, right? And third, feel free to remove this comment, but the kind of political situation and the kind of bipartisan politics which is going on, so we wanted to focus on these values also. So then we started thinking, okay, we want to have learning and joy and all these things. And then one more thing, which is directly coming from Teach for India community, I would say, the kind of affection they create among the teachers and the students. So these were the things which started coming to my mind. So L, A, joy, Y, but फिर lays जैसा कुछ लग रहा था. फिर वो lays जैसा बनने वाला था, but then we thought that नहीं, whom are we going to support to? हम बच्चों के साथ काम करने वाले हैं, and can we compare kids to the clay? because
Yeah.
it's not that, again, that same thing, it's not the fault of a child to go on the wrong path. It's like the society or the system or
Mold
the
in that way. Yeah.
yes, they mold that child in that particular manner, right? Play is something जिसमें हम L से learning बना सकते हैं, A से affection बना सकते हैं, Y के लिए joy का लास्ट वाला Y पिक कर देंगे, but play बन जाएगा और थीम से भी मैच करता है. एंड थोड़ा सा फिर से सपनों में खो गया, एंड वन डे आई विल हैव माय सेंटर मेड अप ऑफ क्ले,
जिसके बाहर मैं गुरु को लिखूंगा,
बाल नहीं होंगे, बड़ी बड़ी दाढ़ी होगी. So clay. But then one more thing, I also wanted to communicate that I am not a good teacher. I am experimenting about my techniques also. We all are learning. We all are learning with the students. So it's like everyone is learning there, and that is why the word lab also. That it's like it's a lab where like we are trying to mold that clay into different forms, or we are just channelizing the showing them some directions, and they themselves are taking shape slowly with us or something like that. And at the same time we are also growing as a person with them. So ऐसे कुछ आया नाम Clay Lab.
Nice. So what next, Vivek? मतलब आगे का क्या 2 year plan, 3 year plan? दिमाग में तो हम सपने सोचते हैं सब. तो क्या सोच रहे हो?
plan.
So what can we expect next from Clay Labs?
So sometimes like people do ask me to try to put this in one line, and I just try to compare it with different things. Like some people were like telling me that can you use this line, that an edtech to end all other edtechs. Maybe like edtechs are not required, make education something which can be delivered nicely within the school itself, because all the students are going to go to schools. But is the curriculum faulty? Is the teaching system faulty? Is the evaluation system faulty? Or are our expectations faulty actually? Like तुम क्यों एक grade 11 के बच्चे से expect कर रहे हो कि वो अच्छे differentiation, integration या cell का diagram समझ जाए? Can you just understand from him, or can you just help this child understand what does he want to try, he or she want to try? Or there can be any other third gender also. So अभी आजकल जैसे बहुत कुछ ऐसे experiments चल रहे हैं. So or sometimes we think that should we actually start working with the government and let's help them redefine the curriculum? Like all of us, most of us have done these graduation courses, and we see कि okay, grade 11, 12 में जो
no use now.
So can we actually help government to redesign these books? So वो भी एक डायरेक्शन हम लोग सोचने लगे हैं कि now with the help of technology, because we are doing it online, so we are collecting a lot of data from the students. Like after teaching a particular topic, like let's say, sorry if I am becoming very technical, like
बोल
Bernoulli's theorem समझाया, and after that if I am telling them that because of Bernoulli's theorem a plane will fly. So rather than telling them that these are the 5 numericals and now solve them, can I just tell कि चलो प्लेन बना के देखते हैं, उड़ेगा क्या सच में? कितनी स्पीड देनी पड़ेगी उड़ाने के लिए, या फिर इसको हम और कहाँ अप्लाई कर सकते हैं? Something like this. Just experiment करो, सीखो, फेल हो जाओगे. They have understood Bernoulli's theorem. All of us remember कि ऐसा कुछ theorem था जिसकी वजह से प्लेन उड़ता था. Formula सब भूल जाएंगे, numericals everyone will forget, but concepts we will never forget. And that is why can we just focus on those concepts first in grade 11, 12, so that students don't need to spend lakhs of rupees on their tuitions in grade 11, 12. अब सोचो पूरा इंडिया कितना, like there was an article in Economic Times how an industry of US $700 billion is actually ruining the whole economy. And this industry is the coaching industry. कि पूरा फोकस है बस कि एग्जाम्स क्लियर करो.
हाँ, मतलब रट्टू तोता बना दो, क्यूरियस मत बनाओ.
Exactly. हाँ, right. कि because and it's not their fault also, I would tell you. अभी जैसे like I am teaching physics.
business need है ना, तो it is supply is always driven by demand. So demand है उस चीज की कि so population ज़्यादा है, you have to be in the top 1 percentile to succeed. Every parent will push you towards it, so that there is the supply to meet that demand.
And the parameters to define success is just clear the exam. That is
exactly. अब अगर exams में तुम 20 chapters दे दोगे, so 20 chapters बच्चे को तो prepare करना पड़ेगा ना. You give them 10 chapters, तो वो अपने आप पढ़ने का try करे शायद. तुम 20 दे दोगे, इतना कुछ दे दोगे, फिर एक एग्जाम आएगा जिसमें 11 12 दोनों आ जाएंगे. एक ग्रेड तो संभलता नहीं है, अब 2 ग्रेड्स आ गए.
यार अब बहुत दुखती रगों पे हाथ रख रहे हो.
फिर वो निकालेंगे पुराने सैंपल पेपर कि क्या क्या पूछा जाता है, फिर वो सिर्फ वही 4 चीजें याद करके जाएंगे.
Recently I gave a CAT question to grade 10 students, and guess what? Almost 30-40% students solved it. And I told them कि guys CAT में आएगा ये पेपर. And one of the student asked me कि भैया फिर CAT की कोचिंग क्यों लेते हैं लोग? मैं बोला अगले 6 साल में तुम्हें और कुछ ऐसा पढ़ाया जाएगा ताकि तुम ये भूल जाओ. So that is the thing. Similarly, some students have started thinking about becoming IAS, and they are asking like, भैया IAS के लिए तो like 3-4 lakhs rupees, 3-4 years and all these things. And मैंने बोला कि तुम लोगों ने गूगल किया क्या पढ़ना पड़ता है? वो बोले कि 6 to 12th का NCERT. मैंने बोला सब पढ़ रहे हो ना, क्यों भूल रहे हो उन चीजों को?
नहीं बच्चे अब 12th क्लास में भी अगर किसी से पूछते हैं ना IAS की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं तो उनको भी कोचिंग वाले ये बोलते हैं कि यू आर ऑलरेडी 4 years too late to start preparation. तुम्हें 4 साल पहले से शुरू करना चाहिए था.
हाँ, अगले 10 साल में भी बच्चे को बोला जाएगा कि माँ के पेट से पढ़ के आना चाहिए था. यू आर टू लेट. मम्मी को बोलो कोचिंग लगाए.
Which अभी हमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि हो सकता बहुत आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड लग रहा है, लेकिन ऐसा हो सकता है.
Seriously, like some ABC no
कोई व्हाइट हैट जूनियर जैसी कंपनी आके,
yeah, I was saying
HP for moms.
हाँ, if you want to make your child a CEO, माँ को प्रेगनेंसी से पहले ही क्लासेस दे दो.
And I can actually see that happening.
See this happening, yes. We are living in a world.
And people buying it, people falling for it. I can see that happening. मैं और विशु बात करते रहते हैं कि the time is not very far in the future जब तुमको पैदा होते तुम्हारे दिमाग में कुछ एक चिप इंसर्ट किया जाएगा या कुछ तुम्हारे दिमाग में एक प्लेट प्रिंट किया जाएगा कि this is all the bookish knowledge that you are going to need for the rest of your life, and then think about stuff the way you want to think about stuff. So the वर्जन दैट यू जस्ट टोल्ड कि माँ को पढ़ाओ कि बच्चे के पेट में जब बच्चा पेट में है कि क्या होना चाहिए, वो तो उसका फर्स्ट स्टेप है ही, वो तो होने ही वाला है.
मतलब I have become of such a mentality. मेरे को ऐसा इसमें बिजनेस आइडिया दिख रहा है अभी.
You should not upload this video because for next 5 years में कोई तुम्हारे खिलाफ आएगा कि you are saying this. But now you yourself are promoting this business.
Nice. विवेक, honestly आपसे बात करके मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि मुझे ऐसा टीचर क्यों नहीं मिला जब मैं पढ़ रहा था. Kudos to the work that you're doing, man. Hats off to the effort that you're putting into making the lives of people better. And इतना selflessly इतना कुछ करना, बोलना बहुत आसान है, जब करने पे आती है ना तो बहुत sacrifice लगता है और बहुत guts लगता है. And thank you for showing the guts that you are showing, man.
Yeah, मतलब ऐसे appreciate हम कर सकते हैं कि हाँ बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो, हम भी चाहते हैं कि ऐसा हो, लेकिन I don't think कितने लोगों में है वो चीज करना.
हमारे बस की नहीं है. I just hope that you spread the word even more. We will try our best to spread your word even more and keep on doing what you're doing, man. Just more power to you. And obviously we hope there are many more like you who help kids in need and who help kids think the way they should think, honestly, and not be bogged down by the education system. It was lovely speaking to you, man.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And I would just like to say one last thing from my side as well. So when you were saying that, like when you were just comparing it, like comparing you and me, and you were like suggesting that it might not be possible for you guys to do similar things or something like this. What I have realized one thing, that after some age, I think all of us realize what is good, what is wrong, what is right, and all these things. We all get that sense. The only problem is we are getting it a little bit late after spending a lot of money or something like this. So I think by redefining the education or by changing the priorities a little bit, and I think government is also thinking in that direction, like new education policy and all these steps have been taken recently, right? Yeah. But I think as a system, as a society, all of us, like society, parents, speakers, people like you who are like now creating these podcasts also, I think all of us need to spread this message that this is something which might be going in the wrong direction, and all of us need to stop it at the right time before it's too late. Or maybe like after some time we do some conventions across the world that जैसे climate change हो गया, अब इसको रोको. We should not do कि education का कुछ ऐसा change हो गया और अब इसको reverse करो. It should be stopped before that irreversible change.